Shalom. First and
Shalom.
foremost, gonna give our praise, honor, glory to the Most High God. How Shimmy Yahweh shot. And then the priest go pie. Birmingham prophets repping our industry. Yahweh. Birmingham, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Here with big priests.
Come. Priest Kazak of the Angels of Yahweh from Chicago, man. Coming at y'all with another lesson. Right, we on a Wednesday night with it tonight. Lord willing, we gonna bring y'all some edification tonight, man. Right, we gonna bring y'all, brothers can't keep the dog off the camera. We gonna bring y'all some edification tonight, man. Right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Lord willing. Right, and you see the title of the lesson. Shalakia. Y'all see the title of tonight's lesson. It say Lucifer's fall from heaven. Right, Lucifer's fall from heaven, and it's not what mainstream Christianity may think it is when they see, a title like that. Right, they might be thinking fallen angels. Right, they might be thinking angels rebelling, Satan getting cast down out of heaven, woo woo woo. Right, Christian dogma, which is what all that is. Right, but that's not what we going into. Right, and that's not what Lucifer falling out of heaven is going into either. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to give y'all the understanding of that. Right? So like you see, it says Lucifer's fall from heaven, and then on the side note, we got Trump leaves NATO, question mark. Right? Because it's getting shaky. It's getting shaky. Right? The powers of the earth, the powers that be, they getting real shaky. They not as tight-knit as they used to be, and that's all biblical prophecy, and we're going to go into that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right, but to kick it off with this lesson though, right, through the spirit, let's start off with Isaiah 14:6. If you could pull that up for me, Baba Kashar. Right, we're going to hop right in on Lucifer.
Keeping it on the low, the big dog just threw all up on my face.
What? She just puked? Damn. You gotta clean that up. You gotta step off and clean that up, man.
She finna lay that shit up her down, so, huh?
Oh, she finna return to the vomit. She finna return to her vomit, huh?
14, what you said, 6?
I think it's... Is it 12?
Isaiah 14 is some fucking heat.
Yeah, come, for sure. Right. So, this is the verse in question. Right, Isaiah 14:12. Right, so like it. I don't never yawn until I'm doing something with the Bible or something. Like we be on class reading, I always get the yawning. Like I don't know what that be. Right, but Salakia.
Yeah, so I bet so Isaiah 14 and verse 12. Let me know if my mic sound good for the check. How art thou fallen from
Did you do a mic check?
Okay, that should be pissing me off. Well, my shit sounds so far away, bro. I be making music, it be sounding straight. But right now, test the mic, give me 1 second.
Hey, South Carolina, y'all hear Kapad good? Shalom, brothers. Y'all hear Kapad good?
Test one more time, Kopad, Bun Lawyer, third tribe ever, Birmingham, Alabama.
Could you hear?
I can hear. I just gotta turn my shit all the way up.
You loud as hell, nah. God damn.
Sound decent. Let me put my headphones. You shouldn't have had to put your headphones in, gang. Yeah, you see this mic in front of me, bro. This shit like $300. Shouldn't need no damn headphones.
I'm saying you over loud, nah though. Coming through my shit, you loud. But I can deal with it.
I just turned it down just a little bit, so now it should be just right.
All right, Con. All right, let's get it.
So boom. So let's restart. Shalom to the brotherhood, man. I like the video when y'all come up in here. It's Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Right. So it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?" You see? Okay, Con. It's a, so when most people read this verse right here, right, they see Lucifer as the spiritual demon Satan, right? And that's according to Christian dogma, right? According to Christian doctrine, Salakia, right? They say Lucifer is the was God's favorite angel or some shit like that. I'm talking about he was God's favorite angel, and he rebelled against God, and God kicked him out of heaven, and he crashed down to the earth, you know, so hard that, you know, he went to hell and became the damn Lord of hell or whatever. You know, that's crazy work. That's crazy work right there, right? But that's not what this verse is going into, right? So we go into the word Lucifer. You got to pull it up already, right?
Yeah, it's right here. So you see that this is the only time that this word is used in the Bible. The Strong's H1966, and it means shining one, morning star, Lucifer of the king of Babylon, and Satan. That's the biblical usage.
See, they put king, they put in Satan, right? And they trying to play into the dogma right there. But really, Lucifer just means light bearer.
Yeah, inherently,
right.
It means in the sense of brightness, the morning star, Lucifer.
Right, and what does brightness represent? Brightness represents wisdom and knowledge, right? Wisdom. He's an enlightened one. Right, wisdom maketh your face to shine. We could grab that, Ecclesiastes 8 and 5, I believe that's what it is. Or Ecclesiastes, I think it got to be it might be 8 and 1.
Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of the thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
Right, a man's wisdom makes his face to shine, right, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Moses' face was shining when he came down from the mountain. That's because he had the wisdom and all the law, right? He had the spirit of the law. Our people, they couldn't even see. He had to put a veil on his face because his face was shining so much. Right, let's go to okay, go ahead. Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
Exodus 34, verse 29. And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him. The old English had, but he came down from the mountain after receiving the commandments, and his face was shining.
Right.
And Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses. Behold, the skin of his face shined, and they were afraid to come nigh him, to come near unto him.
Come. So we can read verse 33. Read verse 33 real quick.
Verse 33. You want me to read 2:33?
No, you can read 33 and 34.
Okay, 33. Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But when Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded. The children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shined, and Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him.
Khan, Salakia. There's some madness going on outside. But yeah, Khan. So, and that's why we read about it, what is that, 2 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter? Really verse, Shalom sis. Really verse 14 on down, how it's speaking about the children of Israel, they couldn't see Moses' face the way it was shining. He had to put the veil over his face because that represented things pertaining to the spirit of the law that our people weren't ready to understand yet. It wasn't ready for them. Why? Because that had to be revealed in the time of Christ. Christ, when he came, he gave the spirit of the law, right? And now we understand that. Now we see all these things in fruition, right? And we partake in those things. But let's go to like we was going into, Lucifer just means light bearer, right? Light represents wisdom and knowledge, right? We have our own wisdom and knowledge, which is the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Through the Holy Spirit, through the power of our God, right? Our wisdom and knowledge is given, and that enlightens us. Let's go to Baruch, the fourth chapter real quick. Salakia. I pray everybody having the holy through the spirit and power of the Most High.
I don't know if it's just me.
Getting ready to end in a little bit. You said what?
I don't know if it's just me, but you was cutting out just a little bit.
Oh, I was saying I pray everybody have a holy Shabbat. Having a holy Shabbat, I mean, as we come into the end of it. Let's start from verse 1.
Baruch 4 and verse 1. Am I sharing my screen? Okay.
Yeah, come.
This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever, and they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
So it said, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Take hold of what? This book of the law. Our law, statutes, and commandments. Take hold of it, right? And it say, and walk in the presence of the light thereof. Like David said in Psalms, thy law was a lamp to my feet, right? Like it said in Proverbs 6 and 23, the commandment is a lamp and the law is light, and reproof of instruction are the way of life, right? So this is our light. This is what gives us vision in the darkness, right? What is darkness? Being outside of the Most High's wisdom. You in darkness.
You know, it's crazy that you said that, because
go ahead.
That's going into the gospel. So the Most High is going to be our light, but
exactly.
I think the word is Ayon, which means the bulk of the people that are apart from Israel, they're going to remain in darkness, but they're going to cleave onto us.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's keep going. Let's read that again. Verse 2.
We're going to be the light bearers. We're going to be Lucifer.
Right. We're going to be what they call Luciferians.
Don't say that shit out on the street, though.
I'll never.
Let me start at verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
That we may be illuminated, meaning light lit up. Like they got the secret society, the Illuminati, right? Those are the secret enlightened ones. They dealing with wisdom on the left-hand side. We got it on the right-hand side. They got it on the left-hand side, right? Let's go to Salakia, Luke 16 and 8. Right? Like I said, we have the wisdom on the right-hand side because it's coming from the Most High. Right? It's coming from us keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments and dealing with the Holy Spirit. They doing all types of witchcraft, ordinances, and evil works and all of that. And that's what's giving them their wisdom through the powers of Satan. Right? Is that what I want in Luke 16 and 8? Yeah, Khan.
Luke 16 and verse 8. And the Lord commanded the unjust steward because hold on, bitch. And the Lord commanded the unjust steward because he had done wisely. Chillax. Hold on, man. This is Luke 16 and verse 8. She was chewing on the cord, better make the camera turn. And the Lord commanded the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Right, so the children of this world in their generation, in this generation, they wiser than the children of light. But we're coming up on our light. As this truth grows, and as we grow in the knowledge and spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with the Holy Spirit upon us, right, we're growing wiser and wiser. Right? Ever since 1969, we've been growing wiser and wiser since this truth hit mainstream. Right? We've been growing wiser and wiser. Before then, it was just the children of this world having more light than us. They've been having more wisdom than us and knowledge, right? They knew who we were. We didn't know who the hell we was, right? They got their secret societies, the skull and bones and all of that, and they doing all these types of rituals and witchcraft and all of that. They know certain things, right? They do certain rituals, basically to have the world and govern it in the palm of their hand. Ultimately, it's all ran by the Most High, though, right? But on the left hand side, it's done through their wickedness, right? So Salakia, let's go to 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, right? No, Salakia, let's go to Ezekiel 28 and 3, and then we go to 1 Thessalonians 5. I'm gonna switch that up. Yeah, because it just said the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. Who are the children of light? The children of Israel, right? The followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, us in the truth, mainly, right? We the children of the light.
Ezekiel 28, and you said 2.
Let's start at, we can start at verse 2. Because it may say Prince of Tyrus, but it's ultimately, when you look at this with your spiritual eye and the spiritual aspect, right? It's speaking about Babylon the Great as you go down in the chapter, and it's speaking about the king of Babylon as well, because it's talking to the Prince of Tyrus. He was the ruler of Tyrus, and watch how it describes him. Let's go ahead and read it. Baba Kasha.
Ezekiel 28 and verse 2. Son of man, say unto the Prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God. Now,
Salakia, he said, the Prince of Tyrus says that I am a God, I sit in the seat of God. That's the spirit of the so-called white man today. He believes that he is a God.
Many waters.
Exactly. He believes he's a God. He believes he sits on the seat of God. Right? In the book of Revelation, right, I believe the 16th chapter, it calls America Satan's seat. This place is Satan's seat, and Satan is the God of this world. Right, pertaining to what is that? 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. Right, the God of this world, whom the God of this world have blinded. Our people are blinded, that they can't see this light. Right, we might grab that, but we can keep going.
Satan's seat. Where is
yeah, Satan's seat, and what is that in Revelation 16? No, is that Revelation 16? It's in Revelation 3. Yahweh said, I know where Satan's seat is. Basically going into the Roman Empire. You know, this place is the revised Roman Empire.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna restart. Okay.
Yeah, you sharing that. I see.
So the man say unto the Prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
It said thou art wiser than Daniel, and Daniel was one of the wisest prophets. Daniel could interpret dreams, right? Daniel could break down prophecy, receive prophecy, right? He could go into scripture. He was basically battling false prophets and dismantling false gods and idols and all that. When you read the book of Daniel, and when you read the book of what is that? Is that Song of the Three Holy Children? No, not Song of the Three Holy Children. You got History of Susanna, right? Daniel was in there. You got I think it's Bel and the Dragon is what I'm thinking about. Salakia, Bel and the Dragon, right? Daniel doing all these mighty works in Babylon because he was wise. He had the wisdom of the Most High, right? But it said the Prince of Tyrus, right, who would today spiritually be the so-called white man, right? Because the first three sentences of verse 2, it says, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Like the brother Kappa said, that's just like Babylon the Great in Revelation 17. Sitting upon many waters. Right? This place believes that is God. They said, what did it say? I am and none else beside me. Right? What's that I am? What's that? What they say? Echo I me? Christians be saying that ego I me mean that when Christ said that, he could declare himself to be God. Just because he said I am. Well, Babylon the Great says I am and none else beside me. So they declare themselves as God, right? The rulers of this country, the rulers of this society. You said what?
Yeah. I was gonna add to that. Another point is names do hold meaning. So the reason America is called Babylon is because it takes on the characteristics of Babylon. But reading that right here, and you see this same language resembled in Revelations, talking about the whore that sitteth upon many waters, and Obadiah when it talks about exalting the eagle, exalting itself above the stars. It's all intertwined. Even being called the Assyrians, it takes on all these traits. So it's important to even know the history of this shit.
Right. It say there is no secret thing that they can hide from thee. Why? Because they're dealing with the workings. They're dealing under the workings of Satan, right? And the white man got all this technology. What they just came out with, them flock cameras and all of that. You can't hide nothing from the white man. You saw that movie. What's that movie with Will Smith? Enemy of the State. All right, brother. Whatever. That movie with Will Smith, Enemy of the State. It came out of the 90s, I think. But yeah, it's called Enemy of the State. And Will Smith, he had some type of, by mistake, he had got some type of computer chip or whatever, right, inside of his son's game. And he ended up with it at the mall or something like that. Some white man that was running from the government had slid it into his bag. And then so, whole time the government is chasing after Will Smith. They got satellites beaming down, looking at him, facial recognition, all of these things. He couldn't hide nowhere because the white man got all this technology that basically could just recognize you and pinpoint you everywhere you go. You use a phone, they got you. They got voice recognition, they got you. You know, you walk out in the street, they got the city cameras, they got the flock, they got the new flock cameras that they just dropped, that people been, trying to dismantle and all of that. They got all of these things, right? So it's like really nothing you could hide from the so-called white man, right? Remember, I gave my. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you got shit like ChatGPT, and you would wonder why the fuck it's free. It's free because you're the product, man.
Exactly, you the product, right? And remember, I gave my testimony on that video. You ain't never put it up, right? My testimony on that video. We were sitting in my kitchen. I asked the FBI when they came to my house over that Muslim shit, right? I was like, how did y'all know this was going on? They was like, we the FBI, we see everything. They said they see everything. So right then and there, that show you right there that there's nothing you can really hide from them. They see everything that's going on, right? It's the reason why YNs, they post their gun on Snapchat and then a week later they get their house get raided. You thought you were just posting, you thought you only got your friends on Snap or whatever. You ain't even got it on public. But what happened? The FBI is watching. Esau is watching. And they coming to find you, right? So Salakia, what is that? We just grabbed Ezekiel 28:3. We can keep going on that, and then we're gonna go to 1 Thessalonians 5. Still going on how we the children of light on the right hand side, and then with their wickedness, right? They take hold of the light. They became light bearers through their wickedness on the left hand side.
That's also likened on to strong drink.
Right.
So, you want to go verse 3?
Yeah, verse 3.
Ezekiel 28 and verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, thus said
right. It said, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches. Right. The so-called white man got taxes, usury, goddamn, what is this? Toll roads. He got all this shit to increase riches. All these things to increase riches. You gotta pay for subscriptions and all this shit and all that. The bank get they cut, take they cut out of your check before you even get it. You know, all these things, he came up with all these devices to increase his riches. He got the tariffs, all these devices, like I was saying, right? And they all became product or ways for him to, increase his riches through his wickedness, right? Through his wisdom, Salakia, right? We could go to we could go to and I advise brothers to read Ezekiel 28, right? Because as you see the Prince of Tyrus as it's going into Tyre and Zidon, right? That place is much like it was much like America. America carries the same spirit as that place, right? But let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5. You said what?
It reminded me of Habakkuk 2 is
Go ahead.
to him that increases that which is not his.
Right.
I just quoted it. I don't gotta take it up.
Oh, okay, come. Right, and it take wisdom. It take a different kind of wicked wisdom to build a whole nation off the backs of slaves. That take a different kind of wisdom. Saying we go rope these Native Americans up, enslave them, and we go get some niggas from across the from across the damn planet, across the damn earth, rope them up. Bring them back here. And the white man ain't just grab any niggas. He knew what we was good at. He knew we was good at agriculture. He knew we was good at all these things, right? Like our people down there in Haiti, growing and working in rice paddies, and damn sugarcane fields and all of that. They know we was good at agriculture and all these things, and the tobacco fields in damn Trinidad. They know we was good at growing stuff. Cause wow, we are agricultural, or what is that? What's the other word when you got farm animals? We a husbandman type people, husband like people. I don't know. I'm just put it like that in Bible terms, right? Cause a husbandman is a farmer, right?
Yeah,
but
it's crazy you said that though, because my people come from South Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, the slave that was transported over here was very tactical because the land isn't good for farming and shit like that. So they got us from these certain regions.
Hey, Salakia. Hazakia, that's Hazakia, that's tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. That's Friday. We go send them niggas the link. I'm gonna send you the link, and you relay it to them. Brother. He said he the one told me his brothers out there saying that it's not no pre-existing Christ.
That's why you put that shit in the chat earlier.
Yeah, that's why I put that in the chat.
I'm like
just to bring y'all here with it. Yeah, it's over simple. I don't understand it, but yeah, that's what we go do. The We Won't Smoke Friday, EBK edition. Everybody killer. He really likes click the link.
Second, nigga shit.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, what you gonna do with
But
it?
they talking about Christ like pre-existing, like before he came into the like spiritually pre-existing type shit.
How the fuck else you gonna pre-exist without a spirit?
Exactly, but I'm saying like how they basically what he was telling me is that they saying that how do we know Christ made the worlds and shit like that, and did all the work. Like they saying that the Most High could do that all by himself, and he could, but did he choose to do it like that? He didn't. So I mean, it is what it is. But we gonna go into that. That's Friday. Right? But First Thessalonians 5. We gonna start at
frozen, nigga. Whoa.
Hold on. Let me put my damn Wi-Fi box in the window where it fucking needs to be. Did the connection drop or something?
Yeah, your goddamn camera turned off, man. Y'all said was that a pretty bitch?
No, I'll turn my camera off myself, but I'm saying I was seeing like it was loading or something. I don't
Just frozen shit, bro.
Yeah, okay, come. But yeah, First Thessalonians 5. We can start from the top. I need to light
First
another incense.
Thessalonians 5 and verse 1. What of the camera shit? But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly at the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. And they shall not escape. But ye brethren,
And Salakia. So like it say, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right? We ourselves, we know that Christ is making a return. Right? With millions of angels. We know. With the chariots of heaven. And we know that World War III is coming. You know who else know? The powers that be. They know too. Why you think they was trying to build the what's it called? The Space Force? And all that. They trying to get the Space Force together. They doing all these underground bunkers. Building underground bunkers and all of that. You know, high-ranking individuals is calmly leaving the government, leaving their office and all of that. You know, you got all these things going on because they know that this is coming. Because they have an inkling of light, just like how we do. Theirs just come from the left-hand side. But we the children of light under the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We keep going on that.
you know what I'm saying? And
go
the reason why it says he's coming back like a thief in the night. America, we don't know what the fuck going on. The media hides these things. Barely anybody that's walking around the average person outside, they don't know what's going on in India. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, Christ is coming back as a thief in the night. So let's go verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Right? So we're gonna be paying attention. Let's watch it. Ye are all the light, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Right. And mainly that's speaking about the elect, right? Mainly when you thinking about the children of light, those of us that are watching, that's talking about the elect, right? Because you got Israelites that's not in this truth, they still in darkness. And it might be their lot to remain in that darkness, right? It may be their lot to never wake up, to always stay asleep. If you're not woke, you sleep, right? So that may be their lot. Go ahead.
You got niggas like Saul who were meant to receive the spirit, but eventually the spirit will be taken away.
The spirit was taken away.
There's a lot of street soldiers, cuz don't get it messed up. There's a lot of couch potatoes, but there's a lot of street soldiers as well. But I've been in the truth long enough, because I've been in the truth longer than me. But the longer you're in this thing, you're going to see niggas fall out. Niggas that you thought were going to be in this shit to the end.
Who is that? Edinburgh Empire.
What you looking at?
In the comments.
Praise, thanks.
Edinburgh. What's your nationality?
What's your nationality? Man, I'll praise my brother.
Okay. But yeah, so it says, ye are children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? It says, for they that sleep, he said, if you were children of Abraham, you would do as Abraham done, but you think about killing me. What?
What the hell is you talking about?
He coming from left field. What's up? Right, but
you feel
from Scotland.
Here's the thing, bro.
Are you Edinburgh? Are you so-called Caucasian European?
He said he's from Scotland.
You might have niggas.
The concept of racism. When we think about that, we think about how white people treated black people. But when we exclude ourselves from white people, we're not on the same shit as you. Ain't nobody thinking about killing your ass, but we're just teaching our people the Bible.
Exactly.
Since we want to exclude you, you think that we're gonna make water fountains and
When do we say anything about killing?
yeah, bro. We're not doing
Unaliving,
that right now.
unaliving.
When Christ comes back, he's gonna
Yes,
initiate
Scotland.
all that.
I'm not racist at all. Okay, so that's an Edomite, right? Because only an Edomite would say that. But I ain't
Would
thinking
you
about.
like to? But you don't got time for smoke, dude.
No, come on, we can do it.
Yeah, if you want to come on the live, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat right now. We can just chop it up. It don't gotta be no contention, but we're here to preach the Bible, man. See what I'm saying? To all nations. Preach the Bible to all nations. Come on, man. So let's continue.
To all nations, nations, kindreds, peoples, and tongues. What it say? For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken, are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. Right? Was that it? All right, Con, that's it on that. Right. So what I wanted is that how we are not the children of darkness, we the children of light. Who are the children of darkness? The other nations. Salakia, the other nations, right? But you have
You get that in Isaiah.
elites of those nations, right? You say you finna grab some?
Yeah, so
Con. But Salakia, you have elites or the creme de la creme of those nations, right? That basically take hold of the light through left hand knowledge and wickedness, right? Salakia, let's go to oh well, you say you had something, right?
yeah, let me just get this real quick. So we went over this last week. So this is going into the gospel. Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee, because the Most High is going to be our glory. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Now this word for people is leon. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But basically that's a word to describe the separation. Like for example, if we go to a different scripture, it was told 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of leon shall be separated. So the context of the sentence determines who the leon is. Now in Isaiah 60, on one side you have the Israelites, on the other side you have everybody else, which contextually would be leon. So darkness is going to cover everybody else, but the Lord is going to be our light, and his glory is going to be upon us. So, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. See what I'm saying? Etc., etc., going into the gospel.
And so, like, with that separation, we have our avenue to the Most High's. To our light, which is the wisdom, knowledge of the Most High. They have their avenue, to get their light, right, through the power and the workings of Satan, right. On the left hand side, let's go to Job 21, right. Job 21, because they don't desire, or they don't even attempt to try to tap into our lane, right, to gather that light, because that's not their lane, right. It wouldn't work for them, right. Like it says in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 10, many shall be purified and made white, right, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, right, because this lane is not for them to understand. So they had to find a different route and a different avenue, right, to get their knowledge and wisdom and all of these things. So basically they doing ancient practices to tap in and get this knowledge, right, to understand the science, right, astrology, right, which Babylon the Great is famous for. I'm glad you brought that up. We're gonna go to Isaiah 47 after this, but yeah, let's go to Job 21, and I want to start at Job 21, and it was verse 13. Yeah, let's start at verse 13.
Job 21 and verse 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave.
Right now, we just read how through their wisdom in Ezekiel 28, through their wisdom, how they gathered riches to themselves. Right now, they gathered all them riches, then they spending their days in wealth. Keep going.
They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Right. So they say unto God, depart from us. We don't want to rock with your program, basically, plainly saying. Right. They got their own thing going on the left hand side through their wickedness. Right. How they heap up riches to themselves. How they heap to them all people, because they're crooked people. Right. Speaking about the so-called white men. Right. What else to say, Salaki? Was that it on that? Verse 15.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him? What profit should we have if we pray unto him?
Right, they say, what is the Almighty? You said what?
I said, who is God? Damn.
Yeah. They said, what is the Almighty that we should serve him, and what profit should we have if we pray unto him? This is what they say. The white man say, I got everything I need. I got it all through stealing and through doing all of these other things. Rape, robbing, and pillaging. Right? What do I need God for? That's what they say. It say, lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. Right? How oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? God distributeth sorrows. Who is that? They put monkey emojis in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, man? They spamming us today. But they say, how oft is the candle of the wicked put out? And your candle could represent a light as well. Right? Like how Christ said, I will come unto thee and remove thy candlestick. Right, because you're not tapping in with this. You're not basically tapping in with this truth and with this knowledge that he tried to supply to you. So he gonna take it away from you. You taking it for granted. So he'd come and remove your candlestick. He'd take your light from you. Right, and the Most High, he's gonna put out the light of the wicked. I believe that's a verse. He say the light of the wicked shall be put out. Right? Is that in Isaiah? Proverbs, yeah.
It's in Job as well.
The light of the wicked put out.
Yeah, right here. Job 18 and verse 5. NLT. Surely the light of the wicked will be snuffed out. The sparks of their fire will not glow.
That means their wisdom is going to be taken away from them. Their knowledge. And the Most High is currently doing that right now. Right? That traditional Edomite man that basically he rocks the suit, he wears the suit, he's a businessman and all of that. They crashing out. We're gonna get into some videos showing how they crashing out. Even the ones that got high seats in government, we see it already with Trump. He got the highest seat possible in America, and how he be crashing out. The president before Trump, Bernie, what was the not Bernie Sanders? What's the Joe Biden? They calling him Sleepy Joe. He falling asleep during interviews and all that shit. The light of the wicked is being put out right before our eyes. He falling asleep and shit, forgetting what he talking about. Right? What did it say? Proverbs 24.
But there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
Right. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Ain't no reward for them.
Yeah, you gotta stay hot this thing. I think niggas misconstrued the concept of being lukewarm. Like you can wear fringes every day, you could keep the line private, but what is that? What are you radiating? What is your influence?
Right.
What is the mechanism on your spirit? What is your utility? What can you be used for? Because if a wicked man builds himself up in wickedness, guess what? He's more useful to the Most High than you are, because the wicked is the Most High sword. He can send this wicked nigga to go do his will and to recompense judgment. If you're lukewarm, what is he going to use you for? To go to the
Right.
street corners and wake brothers up? You're too
Right.
lazy to do that. You're just wearing your friends in the house. You might
Exactly.
as well be wicked so he can use you for something. You see what I'm saying? That's why it
And that's
says,
go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. That's why it says either be hot or be cold. Because lukewarm, that's not pleasurable to the Most High. It's like a wife that sometimes does what you say, sometimes they don't do what you say. I got my dog right here, right? Inside the house, she'll listen to what I say. But outside, sometimes she'll be more hesitant or she'll just ignore me. That pisses me off. See what I'm saying? You still gotta be slow to anger. Goddamn, you gotta critique with grace with dogs and shit like that. There's an art to it. But the point is, man, it's not pleasurable to the Most High. Either do what I say or don't do what I say. You go ahead.
Come. So Salakia, what I was just gonna say. Damn, hold on. I was just gonna say something. Lord willing to come back to me.
We're talking about being lukewarm.
Damn, I was finna say something about that. It's cool. It come back to me. Right? Yeah, it come back to me. Oh wait, no. Yeah, there you go. Right. So like the power, like the parable of the talents, right? Or the parable of the penny. So the one who took his penny and buried it, or he took his talent and buried it, right? Just to keep it to himself until the Lord made his return. The Lord looked at him like, nigga, that's not what I asked your ass to do, nigga. Like, you got me fucked up. I could have gave my shit to the, what he say? I could have gave it to the bank. I could have gave it to the money changers and got interest, right? But instead, I gave it to you to try to multiply so you could do some work. I tried to put you on, and you just kept it and buried it. Nah, when the Lord give you that pack, hey, you gotta flip it. The Lord give you that pack, you gotta flip. You gotta flip it, man. That's the best.
Why is the word from the priest?
Hey, the Lord give you that pack, you gotta flip it, man. He give you that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You gotta flip it, and you gotta bring other people into it. You gotta raise your own soldiers up, right? What they say on the left hand side, you gotta get your own. He gave you the pack. You gotta get your own corner boys. You gotta get your right hand man. You gotta get this. You gotta get that. Get your own avenues of moving it out. That's what we do in this truth on the right hand side. The Lord give one brother or two brothers the knowledge or whatever. Them brothers take that knowledge. They go out there, do what they gotta do with it. Put other brothers on. Them other brothers, they come out there. They hit the streets too. They do what they gotta do with it. Put other brothers on. Right? That's exactly how it work. That's exactly how it work in this truth.
It's not always fun, nigga. I ain't gonna.
It's not always fun.
Alabama, niggas ain't right here with it, bro.
Edinburgh.
Let's see.
Edinburgh, is you cool?
Audie was singing this about race.
Edinburgh, click the link. Click the link, Edinburgh. We gonna deal with you. Click the link and come on stream, Edinburgh, so we can talk to you.
I got a link right there. One more time. If you come on the stream, you don't gotta share your camera. Just use your voice.
As long as you don't do nothing weird, man. Let's keep going while we waiting, though. Right? I'm okay here, thanks, and deal with me. I don't know what you mean. It's quiet here, but I'm happy to chat in good faith. No problem. Okay, whatever. Do God love everybody, Edinburgh? All right, but let's go to 2 Thessalonians 2.
First Thessalonians 2. And what you want?
We gonna start at verse. We gonna start from the top.
First Thessalonians 2, verse 1. For yourselves, brethren, know our entrance in unto.
So like, yeah, jump down to verse. I mean, it might be Second Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians 2, 2 and 1.
Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 1. We might as well get to the videos after this because
Yeah, that's what we gonna do.
okay, First Thessalonians 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Christ is at hand. As that the day of Christ is at hand, that no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right, and that word for perdition is going into like destruction and all of that. Right, the man of sin has to be revealed. Right, like it says in Job, what is that? 20 and 27. It said the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth will rise against him. Right, we seeing right now who's the wicked of the earth. Right, we seeing right now, playing this day, who the son of destruction is, who's destroying the whole earth. We see right now. Right, we just need everybody to see it. We in the light, we see it. Right. Verse 4. We go into verse 4.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Right, and this kind of like the same thing we just read in Ezekiel 28 with the prince of Tyrus. Right, this is also the characteristics of Lucifer. Right, all of this is tied into the spirit of the so-called white man today, because he names all the countries that he wants to name them. Right, he governs the world by his philosophies and pushes his doctrines and his wine upon us, makes all the nations drink his wine. Right, makes all the nations adhere to his way of understanding, to what he think marriage is, to what he think is good to eat, to his laws and all of that.
Even science, goddamn.
Yeah, even his science, his doctrine of evolution. Right, he changed the way that the world was created and made up his own way, saying the Big Bang and all that, and then got dinosaurs and all these other things. None of that is in the Bible. Right, but the so-called white man, he came up with his own way, so to make himself as God, to make himself as the one with all the knowledge in the earth, so that we look to him for his way of understanding and look to him as he's God. We keep going on that, unless you had a precept.
I was thinking of the precept.
Alright, we gonna keep going on this real quick.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out the way.
Right. So it says the Salakia. It says the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. Like it says in Job 20 and 4. Right. It says the triumphing of the wicked is short. Right, but for a moment. Right, and he got the bounds that he can't pass. Why? Because the Most High has a set time limit on when he's gonna end these people's rulership. And that time is coming. That's why it says only he now who letteth will let, until he be taken away. Right, the Most High is going to take them away. Right now the Most High is letting them rule, but we see that their kingdom is crumbling. Right, that's why the title of this lesson is called Lucifer's Fall from Heaven, because we finna get into the falling part now. Right, go ahead, King.
I just got this right here, Matthew 23 and verse 12. And whoso shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. So when you exalt yourself and your foundation is faulty, the harder your fall is going to be, basically. We keep reading about this nation such as Babylon. He takes on the characteristics of Babylon, right? Exalting himself as the eagle and setting his nest among the stars. I believe it even speaks like that down Isaiah 14 as well. But yeah. So that's the characteristics of Mystery Babylon. So first, we can get into this Twitter video. And we're seeing some strong implication that Trump is going to leave NATO.
It's like I got just like a couple. Let's grab real quick. Let's grab right, because through the like we were just reading, right, in 2 Thessalonians, through their knowledge they try to get people to believe that, through their knowledge they do. Well, matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah 47. I remember I said I wanted to go to Isaiah 47. Right, through their knowledge, through their ways, and through their philosophies, they get everyone to believe that they are God. Right? Brother was just telling me on the phone some crazy stuff, that when it's white people, white men that record themselves going to Africa, right, and the Africans, right, they got some type of tradition or something, or some type of thing that they do, where the African man offers his wife up to the white man, and it's like a way of showing hospitality. He offers his wife up, and the white man just recording himself, like, is this real? Is this really going on? Is that? And they saying, yeah, that's their way of showing hospitality. That's because they see all nations see the white man as God. I was asking somebody at camp last week, because he said that China is basically running the whole earth. I was like, wait, so is everybody wearing kimonos? Is everybody wearing them wooden sandals with the 2 blocks at the bottom? Is everybody painting their faces white like the damn geisha dolls and all? Is our women doing that? No.
I don't even think Chinese folk do none of that shit no more.
They don't even do that. Why? Because they following after the white man. They wearing suits. They shaking hands. Chinese motherfuckers don't even bow no more. They'll bow down and do their little whatever. They shaking hands now like the white man. They wearing business suits. They speaking English. They celebrating New Year's Eve and all these, and Christmas and all that. Right? They not following after their own traditions. That's because they all drunk off the wine of Babylon. Right? But let's go to Isaiah 47, and then we go grab these videos, and then we go wrap this up through the Spirit.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1.
Not one. So like it go down to. Well, no, we can read verse 1. We can read verse 1, and then we go jump down to like 11.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right.
It said, thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. This place is going to come down and sit in the dust. To sit in the dust meaning you being taken from a higher state down to a lower state. A higher state down to a lower state. Right now, this place, the so-called white man, and so like I gotta keep looking, see what's going on. Right, the so-called white man and this nation, they're at a higher state right now. They're being heavily regarded by every nation under the sun. Right, but the Most High is getting ready to snatch them down, just like how He did Pharaoh in the time of the Exodus. Everyone was looking to Pharaoh. Right, now let's go down to verse 10. Let's read 10. Yep.
But thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and know it. None else beside me. Because the judgment of Mystery Babylon has been prolonged. That's what's going to cause the prophet mindset. Right. So we got verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from thence from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Can I keep going?
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Right, because that's how this place got its wisdom and knowledge, through enchantments and sorceries. Right, keep going.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Right, so it said, which thou hast labored since this country, since this nation came into fruition, they've been dealing with enchantments and sorceries and all types of witchcrafts. Right, and that's how they became so great. Right, like it said in verse 13, it says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Because though all those things made this place great, right? They got the horoscopes, you got the tarot card readings and all that. They doing all that on a high level. Like, that's kids play. What people do. Ouija boards and all that shit. That's kids play to what the white man do in the damn Illuminati and these secret societies. They doing real blood rituals and all of that. Real sacrifices.
Yeah, you know, before we inhabited the land of Israel, these things is the reason that the Canaanites were kicked out. Sorcery, child sacrifice, witchcraft, etc.
Exactly. Right. And that's what's getting ready to get them taken out of power. The Most High was like, hey, let that save you, but it's not gonna be able to save you. Like he said, it's gonna be stubble in verse 14. Right, now let's go to these videos, because how is this happening? These things that made them great. Now let's go to the Bernie Sanders one first. These things that made them great, right? They witchcraft, they sorceries, they ideologies, the stargazers, the astrologies. All of these things is what made this country great, what gave them their wisdom on the left-hand side. The Most High is taking that wisdom and snatching it back. He's snatching that candlestick. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. And we seeing it. They're not those civilized, well, as they projected themselves to be, right? If you ask me, the white man was never civilized. But as they don't care about showing themselves as not civilized anymore. Right? They don't care about showing themselves or keeping the image. Right? We see right here in this video, which is about 2 years old, right? These senators, they in a damn important House meeting, and they getting ready to fight. Let's watch it. You can click it through this. You click it.
Said about right to work states.
You hear that?
Yeah, Con.
What Mr. O'Brien just said about right to work states versus forced work states. I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
That's like it. Pause it real quick, guy. When has the so-called white man ever talked like that in damn business meetings and shit like that? But this is crazy because the Most High is snatching their wisdom from them. What does that say? You mean you share the knowledge of the lies? Edinburgh. Oh, okay. Something they getting on. Is that Naquad? Bakan, that might be Naquad. It could be. I don't know. Hope for servant Shalom. Right, but he just getting on Edinburgh in the chat. But yeah, so the Most High is ripping their knowledge and wisdom away, man. Right. Let's go to Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 real quick, and then we go finish that little video, and then we go into the Trump thing, and then we go close out.
Divided against itself. That's what.
Exactly.
Yep.
And all this tie in.
Egyptian against the Egyptian. So boom. Yeah, just like how America is called the Babylon, the Assyrian is also called Egypt. Right? So Isaiah 19 and verse 1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord.
You ain't got your screen shared. Share your screen, King.
Verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Salakia. So remember, as I stated earlier, right? Same way the Most High took Pharaoh out of power and made an example out of Egypt to show his power, to show how he's the God of the whole earth and how he governs things. The Most High is getting ready to do that to the so-called white man, chiefly with America, right? He's getting ready to do that to show his power and to make his name known in the earth once again. Because no one has regard for the name of the Most High. They did after Egypt happened, right? We just read that in class last Sunday, how when we went into, our people went into Jericho, Rahab stopped them, was like, hey, we heard about everything that y'all did. And how y'all God dried up the Red Sea and did this and that and swallowed up the Egyptians and all that in the sea, right? So the Most High's name is going to be renewed in the earth again after this mighty act which he does to spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great, America, right? Let's jump down to verse we can read that. We can read verse 2. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, what did Christ say about a nation divided against itself and Satan being against Satan? Right, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right, and that's NATO.
You keep going.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. They shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards.
All right, keep going.
And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of the cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. Now Pharaoh,
that could be Trump.
Yeah.
You said what?
I said Pharaoh's heart was hardened. That's
right.
To him being a cruel Lord.
Right.
It's not gonna be
and he was irrational because what was Pharaoh doing? No matter what plague Moses brought, and it was affecting Pharaoh's people, Pharaoh was still refusing to let us go. He was still staying prideful. That's kind of like what Trump doing right now. How every decision he's making is backfiring on his ass, and it's affecting his people and the way they feel about him, right? But he's still being cruel. He's still dragging this place down into the fucking mud.
Yeah, like we're about to go into, you're going to see in the video how he's exalting himself, saying, we got the best army in the world, this and that. That's why when you read in prophecy, it talks about Babylon exalting himself.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So like, let's jump down to let's jump down to verse where it say the Lord. What verse? Keep going down.
Got a fierce Lord and for.
No, keep going. Verse 11.
Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. Now Zoan, that's a town in Egypt.
In Egypt. Okay.
Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish.
They become brutish. What's that word? I'm finna look up brutish real quick. It said the counselors. Who would be the counselors? The senators, the house. Those supposed to be the wise men, right? That word for brutish.
Like knocking your shit whack.
No, that's upstairs.
Thin ass wall whack.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
But I said this word before.
What that say? To burn, kindle, to burn
stupid.
Up, to consume. Oh, it say to be stupid? Yeah.
To be stupid.
To be stupid, dull-hearted.
By fire or by eating, consumed. Like a fire is.
I'm finna get a Google definition of brutish.
Burn, cause to eat, feed, heat, kindle on fire. Okay.
Now peep this, right? I just typed in brutish on Google. It say brutish is an adjective that describes someone or something as rough, cruel, and uncivilized, acting more like a wild animal than a human. Right now, we just saw the senators. They in there, they standing up, they getting ready to box. They getting ready to get it cracking right then and there. It was like, fuck it. He stand your butt up. What do you say? What do you say? Stand your butt up then. What do you call him? Cowboy? He was like, stand your butt up then. He was like, this is a place right here, right now. What happened to the business meetings? What happened to, we got to pass this law and delegate this and do that? And then what happened to being looked at as civilized? The Most High took that away. They became fools. They becoming fools now, right? Let's keep going on Isaiah 19, Baba Shaw. It just like 2 more precepts on that I want to get, then we go get into the Trump one.
Isaiah 19 and verse 12.
You gotta share your screen.
Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know where the Lord of hosts hath purpose upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived.
Right.
They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right,
so it said the Lord put a perverse spirit, right? And that's what's going on right here in Babylon the Great. The Lord put a perverse spirit on this place to where the senators and the damn legislators and all that, they acting up. The police, they acting up. The government officials, Trump, Biden, damn, what's the other dude? Bernie Sanders, who in that video, right? He bugging out too. All of them, because the Lord put a perverse spirit on this place to where they start erring in every work. Everything is going to cause this place's downfall. Every move being made. Trump just raised the tariffs on Canada. And Canada is ready to tweak out on his ass. Talking about, no, we ain't accepting that. You got a precept? Go ahead, King.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 49 and verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to battle. Just to speak on how the Lord is putting all this shit into play. So America, Babylon is going to be against his own self, and the neighboring countries are going to be against Babylon. Right. They're going to hate the whore and strip the whore naked. So we can get into this.
Yeah, let's get into this Trump one.
Not sticking together.
So more so pay attention to what he says towards the end. It's just 1 minute and 26.
He just be babbling for real.
Yeah. He be talking that shit though. It's entertaining.
Not sticking together. I think that NATO made a terrible mistake when they wouldn't send a small amount of military armament, when they wouldn't send, just even acknowledge what we were doing for the world and taking on Iran. I never considered it very risky, but war is always risk. A lot of strange things happen in war that are very bad, but I didn't consider it. I know how great we're the greatest military by far anywhere there was nobody close. I didn't think there was a big risk, but there's always surprises with war. They can be very bad surprises. I mean, wars are lost that should be won. Many wars are lost. You think a country is going to wipe somebody out, and they end up getting wiped out themselves. So it's always risky.
So, like, you pause it right there.
Tremendous.
He said, "You think a country you gonna wipe somebody out, and they ended up getting wiped out themselves? Like, nigga, that's what almost happened to your ass." And I know his PR team just be like, "Nigga, stop talking, shut up." Like, he probably just be going off the script all the time. Like, they probably, how they write the cards out for him. He probably be going off the script all the time. And they probably be like, man, this nigga do this every time. I don't even know why I even work for his ass. Because this nigga never go with the script. He ain't look down not once. He just talking. Talking about, yeah, you going to a war, and sometimes you might think you might wipe them out, and they end up wiping you out. That's what Iran just did. Then they wiped America out. Go ahead.
His mistake was when NATO just wasn't there.
Right out there, man.
Always risky. But I think a tremendous mistake was when NATO just wasn't there.
So Trump,
He hurt.
Trump bitching about NATO not being behind his irrational decisions.
He hurt as hell.
Shit like that.
Look at his face. He hurt. Look.
They just weren't there.
Just wasn't there.
A lot of money for the United States.
And that's biblical prophecy, man, that the 10 horns shall hate the whore. And he going up in there speaking about that to their face. This is a NATO conference, ain't it? I mean, this was a NATO conference. He going in there, he's speaking about that to their face. To their representatives and all that.
Rightfully, though, he's giving NATO reasons to not fuck with him because of
Exactly.
what he was trying to do with Greenland. Like, he's really going against NATO.
Right.
Making decisions that the group wasn't involved in. And he's expecting everybody to just be behind.
Mm-hmm.
Billions of dollars a year on NATO. Hundreds of protecting them. And we would have always been there for them, but now based on their actions, I guess we don't have to be, do we?
Mr. President,
That sounds like a breaking story, yes, sir. Is that breaking news?
All right. See, and he said we ain't gonna be there for them. He said America ain't gonna be there for NATO now.
The manner that he talks, it's like a manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make him feel bad for not being there for them.
Yeah. He on some like shame on you type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Revelation 17. You know, we ain't got to go into it, but you know, the 10 horns shall hate the whore. And also, you know, Daniel 2:41, right, with the 10 toes, right? Now, the legs going from, what was it? The legs, the knees down to the feet, that's all the Roman Empire, I believe, in Daniel's 2nd chapter. That's where we are in the prophetical timeline. We're in the part of the feet and the toes. Now, how in Daniel 7, you had the dragon with the 7 heads and the 10 horns, right? Now you got the feet. In Daniel 2, you got the feet with the 10 toes, right? It's speaking about the same thing. It's the same vision, the horns and the toes, right? And so it said those toes will be mixed with miry clay and iron, partly clay and iron, right? They can't be mixed. They not gonna be together. They not gonna move as one. They gonna be crumbling, right? And that's what we seeing now. We seeing that crumble through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, all praises, right? Because our forefathers, they desired to see these things, and we seeing them, and we able to put it with biblical prophecy that they left us with. You had anything else, Ak?
No, for real.
I don't got nothing else either.
I'm gonna go train.
All praise. Right. Weak ass nigga. But
That boy, we died in the ones, but I love to fight. I love shit.
you said what happened?
I said that boy died in the ones, though.
No, I ain't died nothing.
Hey,
You just ain't my weight class, Ak. It's gonna look unfair.
No, it's all good, nigga.
It's gonna look unfair. But what I was gonna say?
Do you have
said
the
what
Holy Spirit in your heart, or are you using your own understanding? Now, what you gotta understand is, we've been going into prophecy all live. That's thus said the Lord. So that's what we're referencing when we're speaking. We're not just speaking out of ass.
Exactly.
We were to pay attention. Optimally, you probably would have been writing notes and shit like that. And it would have been the Most High's word, not our word.
So like it says, none of the wicked shall understand Kapat, so he's not gonna get it.
Yeah, man, dude. We could keep talking and shit. You can make
He's
it
not
sound
gonna.
good, but
He's not gonna get it.
yeah, just make it make sense.
Right.
We seen brothers with about to end and then try to hurry up and say something like, "Hey, yeah, bro, get your soft ass on." That's what I wanted
Right,
to say.
right.
Get your soft ass.
But man.
I'm just
So I
wondering,
wanna-
friend. Nigga ain't your
What that say?
motherfucking friend, boy.
Yeah, that's nah.
It's all good, though, man. So, with that, Birmingham Angels is growing. I be in the street corners. It's been slow. but I still be having good conversation and shit. I got a camera coming in. Most I willing, I'm gonna start back producing content and shit. It's the trenches out there, ho. See what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very thought provoking and mentally stimulating videos and shit. So just be on the wake up for that. I'm gathering soldiers and shit. Got a lot of people inquiring about joining. So most I willing.
Slow motion better than no motion, man.
Yeah. So if you want to join, my Facebook is Wapad Jabriel QAPAD JREAL. Just hit me in the DM. I be having my flyers all over the city of Birmingham. If you got a flyer, hit that number in that motherfucker. If you're watching this from the flyer, you see what I'm saying. You finna get an email from Edinburgh. He's like, yeah, I want to be the Scotland. I want to be the Scotland camp. Yeah, man. Niggas got to be able to do the work, cuz.
But Con, man, right? If you want to join the Angels, man, you want to put your boots on. You want to get your boots dirty, get your hands dirty.
Hey, that boy killing me. Hold on. You know how gay niggas always be like, hey friend, this friend, that. Like, nigga,
Oh my God.
Friend, man.
I wouldn't entertain
get
that
your
shit.
ass on with that shit, man.
That's really how women talk. They call each other friends.
That's how this dog be acting, bro. Be in public, he be trying to hug up on everybody. I be like, everybody not your friend, man.
You gotta isolate her ass a little bit, so it put that crazy in her.
Hey.
Right, but Con, so you want to join the Angels, man? You see the brother Kapai, he just gave his info, man. Angels Birmingham, right? We got Angels South Carolina in the chat, right? I'm Angels Chicago. We got Angels Tennessee coming up. Shout out the brothers in Tennessee, man. Right? That Nashville trip gonna be something serious. Through the spirit power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, whenever we, get to that. Feast of Tabernacles coming up, Day of Atonement coming up. Right? What else we got? Yeah, so hit the email dosdreloaded@gmail.com if you want to join the Angels. Or angels_of_Yahweh on Instagram. You could find us on there. Right? Oh yeah, we got Angels Houston too. Can't forget about them. Angels Houston. Right? Can't forget about that brother out there, man.
Man, we need some niggas in Indiana, man. That shit'll go so crazy right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Indianapolis. We got Quapawas.
Yeah, Quapawas, cuz that shit.
We got Quapawas out there.
With all the lights off, all the hectic scenery going around, but you got a prophet on the fucking man, nigga, what? That shit a little powerful like that, huh, man?
Me and Mabawar might have to go to Gary this weekend and see what's going on in whole camp. Whole camp in Gary. You said 2 hours.
Yeah, that shit'll be like 2 hours, man.
Hell no, that shit Gary 30 minutes from my house, boy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Gary 30 minutes.
I heard it's hard for niggas to get gas and shit like that. Was that bad?
It might be. They gas might be cheap as hell out there. I'm gonna have to go out there and fill up. But okay, all praise. Elder is that the elder?
That's Georgia.
That's the elder up in there?
That's not the elder's name.
Oh, Salakia. No, the elder name Bakash, Salakia. His name is Bakash. That's brother Baba Ah. Right? So Salakia. Right, so with that, we want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go say, Kum Yashala Shalom.
From your Shabbat, Shalom. Like the video.